This is my favorite time of the year.
You spent a little time playing ball, didn't you?
Yeah, I spent 13 years in the NFL, and that's kind of how we came up with this sauce, by traveling the whole country.
But it was 11 years ago you opened your restaurant.
Yeah, and I want to congratulate my daughter Brittany and my son James, and I want them to see what the product is that they've brought to fruition.
Okay.
And one of the ways I'd like to show you our patented recipe here.
Because these are deboned baby back ribs in sauce. They are fully cooked. And there is not a single bone in the rib rack. Now, there was.
Right. We start out cooking them. Well, first we start out with dry rub them.
Correct.
We slow smoke them. Now, I'm going to show you something that you can't do with a bone-in rib. You certainly can't cut it the long way, but let's look on the inside here. Can we get a shot of that on the inside?
There you go.
Now, look at how inside here the sauce actually goes into the holes where the bones once were, David, and it marinates from the inside out.
Nice.
So here's what I'll show you. You can see they're falling apart. Ooh, that's the part I love.
They're delicious.
There's nothing like a moist, tender, juicy baby back rib, but nothing's better than removing the bones.
And when you remove the bone, what do you leave there? You leave little cavities inside the ribs. Well, what's going to fill those cavities? Sauce.
Sauce.
Because once you take the bones out, you give the sauce a road to travel.
Absolutely.
And when the sauce travels down in between each of those little sections of ribs, then it's marinated from the inside out. There's sauce in every single juicy, moist, delicious, melt in your mouth bite. I can tell you also that this Easy Pay will expire end of day today. 3 easy payments. You get 3 18-ounce deboned baby back rib racks. And Al, what's amazing about this is that they're fully cooked. All you do is thaw, heat, and eat.
You just heat and eat, David. And I got to tell you, this time of the year for the big game, you think about some of the recipes that we could do, but first, I'd like to have you try some. So let me, why don't you cut one with a fork?
Okay, I'll just cut it with a fork.
So you can see if they're fork tender.
I don't need a knife because it's all fork tender. Look at this. All right, here we are.
Slow smoked, dry rubbed, and then the bones are removed.
Sir, this sauce is kicking.
Now, see, that comes from the NFL, traveling around and not using any one sauce, but sauces that travel around the country and getting an idea. And
a little happy dance.
All right.
Happy dance, that's right.
All right.
That's the football happy dance, right?
The big game.
We just won't spike the ball. They don't like that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk to you about Easy Pay. Easy Pay goes away end of day.
Okay.
You want to keep a good thing coming? Auto delivery allows you to get this delivered every 90 days for a year. Al, can I put these in the microwave?
Absolutely.
Right.
You can bake them, you can grill them, you can broil them, you can put them on the George Foreman.
Do I need to thaw these first, sir, before I put them
absolutely, yeah. When they come to you, they'll be slightly frozen.
Okay.
And then you put them in your refrigerator, but they last 160 days in the refrigerator.
Now, can I put them in the freezer right when I get them home?
Absolutely.
And then they'll last how long there?
They will last a year in the freezer, David.
And then if you want to use them, just get them out, let them thaw overnight in the fridge, and then either pop them in the microwave to warm them up.
Did you say microwave? Did I hear microwave?
Hey, microwave.
Hey.
Look at this.
Let's see what we got here.
All right.
Now, what we're looking for here is a moist, tender, juicy rib. And I'd like for you to have the honors.
Of course.
See what we got here.
Well, hello. Look at this. They're just fork tender. They're separate. This was out of the microwave, you guys. Look at this.
Wow.
Now, the proof is always in the pudding, or in this case, the rib. Melt in your mouth.
David, we need to show our viewers the versatility of what you can do with a rib when the bones are removed versus a bone-in rib. So
now, sir, let me just tell everybody, not a lot of these go around. We don't have a lot. They're very popular. We didn't bring in a lot to start with. You buy these tonight with a credit card, they will arrive in time for, I don't know, your Valentine's Day celebration. When is the big game? Isn't that coming up soon?
The big game is the 5th of February.
So if you use a credit card, this would be there by then, yes?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I would think.
So let's start with this. Here's some ideas for the big game. Now, over here, we have some nachos, but these nachos look sad, David. You know why? Because they need some cheese.
Well, that always makes me smile.
Yeah, that makes me happy.
I have to say.
Oh, nice cheese. And then what we're going to do is...
like liquid sunshine, isn't it?
We're going to do a pizza. Over here, we're going to do a pizza with
baby back ribs.
Baby back ribs.
And barbecue sauce.
The king of ribs. Now we're going to go to the mac and cheese here, where we started with some shells We use 3 different cheeses, but we cut chunks of.
Well, and think about how hard it can be. Exactly. Think about how hard it can be to cook with rib meat if it has bones in it. You're having to scrape and cut and pull and unbelievable. This is why we get so excited about it. This is why we get so thrilled with this kind of technology. And look at this. You made rib sliders.
The show. The sliders.
Yeah.
The star of the show. This is what we're serving for the big game at my home.
Is that right?
Yes.
Now, here's what you're getting when you order this. You're getting 3 of these big rib racks. In fact, they're each 18 ounces. So you're looking at 3 big 18-ounce boneless rib racks. They had bones in them when they were cooked because you want that flavor from the bone.
Absolutely.
And then you want to get rid of the bone so you can sauce them up because all those little cavities where the bones were before are now where the sauce travels. In between each section of ribs. So now you get sauce from the inside out. Now you get that sweet, delicious, tangy sauce.
Tangy, not spicy.
You get the moist, melt in your mouth, delicious, smoky ribs, and you get a treat that is unmatched and unparalleled. This is why we get, and fully cooked.
Fully cooked.
Couldn't be easier to make.
Just heat and eat.
So be sure and be on the line for these and think about auto delivery because with auto delivery, we'll deliver them every 90 days for a year. Don't miss out on these. They are awesome. Now, Al, before we let you go, I've got a little trivia question for you.
Okay.
I'm ready for that?
I'm ready. You got me last. No, I got it right last time.
I think you did.
I did.
Now, we're talking about my paninis tonight that we made on an electric grill.
Okay.
So, which famous inventor created an electric grill for sandwiches? Was it Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Edison, Alexander Graham Bell, or Nikola Tesla?
I'm going to have to go